Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of My Fucking Furnace is On. And you have the Rhino, and we're drinking a beer. This beer was sent by Blake. It's my third beer from Newfoundland. I'm getting into these Newfoundland beers right now, baby. Right now, baby. Let's drink the beer. Do you know which one it is? Which one haven't I opened? It's this one. Sometimes I do it from the other direction to fuck with you guys, but nobody ever actually answers that question, so it doesn't matter, right? I'm just talking to myself. This is from Port Rexton Brewing Company. This is T-Rex Porter at 5.8% alcohol by volume. So my first dark beer from Newfoundland. He did send two. He sent a breakfast stout as well, which I'm really excited to try. It's in here. It's because in here is usually a little cooler than my room, so it'll be a little bit cooler. So it's in here for when I go to do that. Anyway. Follow us on social media. Okay. Port Rexton is in Port Rexton, Newfoundland. Unfiltered? Who would have guessed they were in Port Rexton, right? I went to the wrong side. Here's the side with all the information. T-Rex Porter. Oh, Thomas Rex was a well-respected principal of the old schoolhouse where our brewery now resides. Cheers to Teacher Tom. That's actually quite an interesting thing. So T-Rex was a principal, Thomas Rex. That's intriguing. And if it must have been maybe a 1 or 2 room schoolhouse, because if you have a brewery there, it can't be that big. Well, I guess that's not true, right? New Limburg bought an entire school. New Limburg Brewing in the St. Thomas region. Sorry, not St. Thomas, in the Simcoe region, bought an entire school, and half the school is a textile factory, and the other half of the school is the brewery. So, I mean, okay. ABV 5.8. Grains, two-row, Munich, Dextra Pills, Crystal, Chocolate, and Black Patent. Hops, Fuggles and East Kent Golding, Yeast, American Ale. Best enjoyed fresh. And there's an 11/02/20, so just over a month old. Good. It's going to be pretty fresh. Again, thank you, Blake. Really excited. As a lot of you know, porters are one of my favorite styles of beer. So when I get a porter, I get excited. Let's be honest. When I get any beer, I get excited. I'm an easy to please Irishman. Look at that head. It's beautiful. That's almost doing the Duvel thing, eh? The head is fading faster than a Duvel head, but the holes just keep getting bigger and the tunnels are getting deeper, and that's how it's evaporating. It's not dissipating as easily as a lot of beer does. That is beautiful. It almost looks like the froth on like a chocolate milk or something. But as I said, you can see the holes get bigger, the tunnels get deeper. That is really, really cool. Very visually appealing. Not really a snap, crackle, pop on it though. Look. It's a mahogany brown, almost. It's kind of murky too. Visually, it's very appealing. I really like the head though. I really like the head. Tell my wife that too. Out of the can? No, I don't like the head out of the can. The scent out of the can is what we're doing. Scent out of the... Can you shut up for a minute? Like, seriously. You've been on for like 25 minutes. This house is not that big and it's well insulated. How the fuck do you still have to be on? I bet you wouldn't have to be on as much as this fucking pipe wasn't open to the outside, making my balls go away. You hear that sound? That's the sound of air from outside rushing in. Because why wouldn't you want to rush air from the Arctic inside when all it's keeping it from the rest of your house, whether the furnace is trying to heat up, is a fucking door? And it's not even a fucking outdoor door or something. It's just a fucking... Well, it is a fire door. I guess it is better than just a regular door. I mean, it even has to have the fucking thing up on it. The arm... back to the scent of the beer. There's almost like a cinnamon note in there. Yeah, like cinnamon, caramelized sugars, of course. You know, you got that burnt, like almost molasses type of sugar. A little bit of coffee notes too. It smells really, really nice. We'll just put this back here. We'll flash freeze the beer. Give it a sniff out of the glass before we try it. Sorry it's taking me so long. I'm getting off on tangents lately. Okay, out of the glass, it's not nearly as nice. A little bit of coffee notes out of it, a little bit of the burnt molasses, like the caramelized sugars, and that's really about it out of the glass. I mean, the can was a lot more in your face, and the can also had more to offer. Let's try it. Cheers, boys and squirrels. Oh. It's almost like a little bit of tobacco smoke in there. Really nice. Sorry, I stopped there. I almost like zoned out completely there for a second. So, kind of has an almost milky, almost like a macchiato type of taste to it going on there. Little bit of sugar, a little bit of sweet, milky lactoseness. A little bit of coffee. It's very much almost like a mochaccino. I said macchiato, but I really meant mochaccino, because there is a little tiny bit of a coffee / chocolate flavor in there with the sweetness and the lactose and everything else. Where a macchiato would basically be like milk foam on top of espresso, and not what I'm getting here. It's not just milk foam on top of espresso. It's espresso with milk, with some chocolate, and then with the caramelized sugar stir stick. A little bit of char in there as well, which would be more akin to a stout than a porter. Mouthfeel on this, a little heavier than I expected from a porter, but still very nice. It does have that slightly charred burnt wood aftertaste. It has that oaky tongue depressor aftertaste, so you're getting all that tannic aftertaste that again is more akin to a stout than a porter. But since stout is another one of my favorite styles, I don't really give a shit. I like that forefront sweetness. I like that almost lactose flavor. I like that burnt back end. I like that char. I like that tannic sensation in the background. It dries out your palate, which makes this beer moreish. Again, I don't drink my beer cold, so nothing's hiding. And I can see myself sitting down in the brewery itself, having this poured right off the tap and drinking it at a nice temperature and just savoring it and enjoying it and chatting with my buddies and this and that. I can see this being a great enjoy with your friends type of beer. It's a great story on the back end about, well, it's not even a big story. It just is like, hey, T-Rex stands for Thomas Rex, and he was a cherished principal of the school that our brewery is now residing in. Great little history lesson on there. I really like this beer. This is a 9.25 out of 10. I really like this beer. And maybe I'm getting easier and easier to please as I'm up in the Arctic and don't have much choice. Or maybe there are more breweries that are out there that just make some amazing beer that is pretty simple beer, that is very easy to get behind and very easy to enjoy. And I think that's the thing, right? I think to an extent there's been a bit of fatigue on my palate and on myself for some of these all weird out there beers, because so many breweries make the all out there weird beers, and it does seem to be. I don't. Maybe I'm getting old. Yeah, my hair's white, but I'm not that old. I'm not even 40 yet. I'm still in my 30s. So maybe I am just getting old, and the more simple, more regular beers are impressing me more. Or maybe I'm just appreciating them more, because this is a great beer. 9.25 out of 10. You know what that means, right? It means as much as I like this beer, we gotta try and do the chug, because it's a porter. It's over 9 out of 10, which means porter dance, motherfuckers! Porter dance! Kind of needed that after my story earlier. Cheers, thank you, Blake. Bye-bye.